Hey, hello. Hello. Welcome to my Hey. Hello, PL. Hello, AR. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Scott. Welcome, Pirate. Welcome, Love My Dog. I love my dogs too. They are. Hey, Chachi. Nice to see you. Carmela. Oh, so nice to see you. Evelyn. Halo. KJ. Welcome, welcome. I am simultaneously live here and on YouTube for the first time. I thought I would dive in and go live on YouTube because, hey, Contesha, so nice to see you. I'm live on YouTube. My goal is um, to have everybody that is part of our tribe here on TikTok to also subscribe to me on YouTube for the possibility that that is where I will be going live in case anything happens to TikTok. So, oh, thank you, Kentesha. So it's super exciting to be, let's see, yes, so exciting to be on live on YouTube and then also live right here. So I've never done it before. It's an experiment, but I am all yours. I'm excited to talk about anything gut related. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. I am Julia Loggins, a gut health coach and colon therapist of 40 years. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm just talking about my experience of healing my own body. I will be 70 in March. Can't believe it. and healing thousands of people with inflammatory gut issues. How do you ask how to get your gut checked out? Um, how do you ask how to get your gut? Actually, that's a great question, Kate. So, what I would suggest you ask your doctor for is blood work is always good. It's always good to get a thyroid panel, CBC. Look for infections, look for mold, which sometimes gets lost, and doctors don't always check for it. But I also suggest you ask your doctor or functional medicine doctor or nurse practitioner to order you, hey baby boy, it's my sweet beau, to order you a stool sample from Genova or Diagnostic Solutions. It's called the GI Map. Both Genova and Diagnostic Solutions are fantastic labs that specialize in gut health. Hey, Allison, I'm just answering Kate's question about how she should go about getting her gut checked. So that's where you can get diagnostics, Kate, is to ask your doctor for both blood work and then also a stool sample. If you feel like you might have SIBO, which means you're bloated all the time, that is a breath test, and your doctor can check you for that. Allison, guess what? I'm live on YouTube simultaneously to being live right here on TikTok. So it's a first, and I'm excited about it so that I can eventually move as much of our tribe over to YouTube in the eventuality that we don't have this wonderful channel anymore. But I'm so excited to be here. So hope not bloated, just use the bathroom, just only use the bathroom on your menstrual cycle. Yeah, I would say then that stool samples would be excellent. And then you can do a consult with me and I can help you go through those. Sandra, you just learned your blood pressure pills and ibuprofen caused your flare. I can understand that, especially ibuprofen, which, as we all know, is very it's inflammatory to the stomach. So anything that's inflammatory to the stomach is going to be inflammatory to the gut. I'm so sorry that that happened. I'm imagining that you were taking ibuprofen for pain, hoping that you can get to the root cause of that. And if you have any questions, direct message me. Anne, what can I say about adhesions? Gastroenterologist said that you have a lot and there's nothing to do. Direct message me and I'm happy to talk to you about that. What I can say is that internal adhesions can heal, just like other things can heal internally and externally. There's a lot that you can do, and direct message me. I'm happy to talk to you about that. Um, One of the things that I'm going to concentrate on here today is foods that heal and foods to avoid. So, and if you direct message me, and direct message me, and we can talk about it. And of course, you can sign up for a consult, and we can dive into the root cause of those adhesions and then how they can heal. One of the things that you might consider looking for is somebody that does abdominal massage, belly massage. That it's called a visceral massage therapist. The other thing that will help you heal is lymphatic drainage therapy. Follow my really dear friend Leah Levitan from Lymph Love Club right here on TikTok, also on YouTube and also on Instagram. And Leah teaches fantastic lymphatic drainage techniques. Those are incredible for internal adhesions. So that's one thing you can do. Also, visceral massage, very helpful. Happy to answer any other questions about that on a direct message. Rita, nice to see you here. So sorry that we were having all those. You're welcome, Anne. Crazy things going on with your order. Hope all of that is straightened up. Hello, Orlando dog. Nice to see you here. My old friend Orlando. Hey, Jerry. Hello, Jody. Uh, Infinite possibilities. Nice to see you here. Allison, how's your week? And thank you for dropping in. Thanks for being here. Hey, Joanne. Lauren, hello, hello. Lauren, I am live on YouTube for the first time simultaneously to being live here on TikTok. Very exciting. Rose, can I talk about the difference between protein powder and all day energy? Oh, that's such a good question. Um, and I have some of my protein powder lovers here. I think Lauren and Allison, who have tried and used my protein powders. So, my protein power has more protein in it at about 26 grams per serving, and all the vitamins and minerals you need every single day, along with enzymes to help you digest them. That's in protein power. And then my all day energy, Lauren loves that. Yeah, that is my number one selling protein powder. My all day energy, I actually made for kids and teenagers, and it's one of my favorites. I actually blend the two of them. All day energy vanilla, it has just a little bit less protein in it, but it's really tasty. It tastes like melted vanilla ice cream. And it also comes in chocolate, which is fantastic for anybody that is a chocolate lover. It's caffeine free chocolate. My protein powders are gluten, sugar, dairy free, sweetened only with monk fruit, and they do not cause bloat. So it's what I love about them. As far as the difference between the two of them, I'd say the main difference is that the all day energy is a little bit sweeter, has a little bit less protein. And as I said, I made it for kids and teenagers. It's one of my favorites. I have it a couple of times a day, and then I always have one drink that's just protein power because I always want to get all my vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. And my experience is that it's easiest to get those things in a liquid form. So when you're having them in a protein drink, it's easier to digest them and assimilate them and absorb them than it is in a pill form. So I hope that will help. My protein powders are made to be delicious just with water. Now, you don't have to put anything else in them, so just water. Oh, nice. People are jumping onto my YouTube. That's fun. Oh, Rose, you're so welcome. I wish that I was close enough to all of you to be able to hand you a drink and you could try it. That's what I do when people come to my clinic. It's fun to have little taste testing so that everybody gets to have exactly what they like. As far as protein powders go, if you don't love it, you won't drink it. Or at least that's how I feel about it. So I wanted to create something that was so delicious that it wouldn't feel like it was healthy. Jody, would I say eliminate Greek yogurt? Yes, the only reason, Jody, that I would say this is because originally Greek yogurt was made with only from goat yogurt. Now, marketers use the term Greek yogurt on yogurt that comes from cows. So switch from Greek yogurt from Greek yogurt to something made from goats, to goat yogurt or goat kefir, because cow dairy is inflammatory, even if you don't have a specific issue with lactose. Yeah, um, that's my experience with it. So, and Allison, who I think is still with us, what she loves to do is to add blueberries to the goat yogurt. You can also add applesauce, which really sweetens it, or sliced ripe bananas, which works really well for anyone with gut issues. Trader Joe's makes fantastic frozen mangoes, and those are really delicious in goat yogurt too. What do I think of colonics? I'm a colon therapist, and I have been a colon hydrotherapist for 42 or 3 or God knows how long, 45 years. I think they're pretty amazing, incredible for really allowing your body to heal. And I wish I could see every single one of you who is interested here in my clinic in Santa Barbara. I've gotten to see Allison, but I haven't gotten to see everybody. So I think they're powerful. And as far as colon cleansing, I just did a video on another favorite colon cleansing technique, coffee enemas. I did that video yesterday or the day before. You'll find it on my page. Everything you ever wanted to know, including the mythologies that are incorrect around coffee enemas. But I'd say all of those myths um, are also the kinds of things that people imagine may be true for colon hydrotherapy. I wish, Mary Kate, I wish you did. You live in Tennessee. If you Google colon hydrotherapy, it's likely that someone will pop up that's in your area. If you live in a unless you live in a really small town, although even small towns have colon hydrotherapists these days, and I hope you find one. Just ask, feel free to ask a lot of questions. Are you experienced? Make sure you're comfortable with that person. How long? Ah, you can take my Happy Gut Cleanse. Those are made to be taken on a regular basis if you like. So it's totally up to you. Some people, that's just part of their regular program, like taking a vitamin. Everybody is different, but you can take them as long as they serve you. They're not addicting. They're not habit forming. There's nothing in them that would inhibit your body from working on its own. Abstract Mind, hello. So nice to see you. Nice to have you. I'm also live on YouTube, and that's super exciting because I have not done this before. I'm in Santa Barbara. My office is downtown, right by the courthouse. It's gorgeous here. How can you heal acidity? Great question. The way to heal acidity is to find ways to become more alkaline. So that means reducing foods that are really acidic. Vinegar is one. Um, and you can very specifically add more green juices to your life. Lemon water in the morning reduces acidity, and you can measure your pH with a pH strip. That will tell you exactly how you're doing. Direct message me if you want a little more information about that. Hey, Vibrate Love. Nice to see you. Abstract Mind. Your work schedule changed and you made it tonight. I'm so glad you made it tonight. I haven't seen you for a while and I missed you. Lauren, you just ordered. Oh, I'm so glad that that's working for you. Gut health is real, Adam. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. What are my thoughts on pescatarian diet? I love that. I would probably call myself a pescatarian. I'm not because I love fish and that's my main protein source. Fish and my protein powders, eggs occasionally, but I love fish and I get wild caught fish because if you're eating fish, you really want to make sure that it's wild caught and you want to avoid the higher mercury fishes like tuna. I eat a lot of canned wild caught salmon and canned wild caught sardines. That's my lunch. And I have my dinners are fish more often than not. So I think it's a really healthy diet. I'm a blood type O. Blood type O's, we need a lot of protein. Fish is the easiest to digest of all the proteins. And yeah, that's just so, I love that. And for people that don't digest red meat well, because red meat is the hardest to digest of all the carnivorous animal proteins. Beef, the hardest, bison less. Do I use my enzymes with fish or only meat? I use my enzymes after any protein meal, whether I'm eating eggs, fish, chicken, turkey, any protein. And I'll often take an enzyme even after I have a sweet potato, just because I found that it really eliminates bloat. Mm. Um, and so I really, for me, digestive enzymes have been a huge game changer. You've heard me say this. I don't think I digested anything before I started taking them ever in my life. I remember the first time that I started to use them, and I looked around and I thought, wow, this is what people feel like who have enough hydrochloric acid in their stomach. Now, this was a long time ago, and I hadn't really understood yet how common it was for people to have low acid. And there certainly weren't the studies on low acid in the stomach being the problem that it is. Now there's a lot more research that's being done on the epidemic of low stomach acidity. You had a green salad for breakfast, fresh fish for lunch. Ah, that sounds delicious. Vive, your husband just found out he has an infection in his colon, taking medication. Can he eat turkey? Um, if you know, obviously, if he's taking an antibiotic, he wants to have some solid food in his stomach. And if the turkey is, um, you know, antibiotic free, hormone free, then sure. Eggs would also be a really good thing for right now because he is, his stomach is inflamed if he has an infection. The enzyme I take is my enzyme, the one that I created. It's called Enzyme Energy. You can find it at the link in my bio. You just started taking enzymes. Oh, cool. What I love that. Keep me posted, Vibrate Love, on how those affect you. What time of day do I stop eating? Well, if I have my preference, Nancy, it would be 6 o'clock because I love to eat early and then not eat solid food. I'm an intermittent faster. Sometimes I don't get to get home from the clinic and make dinner until 6:30, but I try to be done about that time. You miss salad. Turkey works well for you. No raw veggies. Yeah. Abstract mind, I did not eat raw vegetables for a long time when I was healing my gut. I'm grateful that I can have salad now, but I'm really careful about what type of lettuce I eat. So if anybody out there is interested and is at least 60 to 90 days away from a flare and you're interested in trying a salad, start with butter lettuce. All those gorgeous organic greens from farmers markets or that you see at the grocery store, that are all those beautiful, vibrant colors, those are hard to digest. Stick with a butter lettuce when you start. Microgreens, also easy to digest. Carmela, you're eating a lot of tuna. Well, the tuna is good protein, but if you eat a lot of it, it's a lot of mercury. And most of us have way too much heavy metals in us anyway. So I do think that salmon is better as far as a lower mercury fish. Rose, what else do I recommend to add to the butter lettuce? Oh, great question. Butter lettuce with what? Okay, you guys have the same question. Thank you. So, you know what I will add to the butter lettuce? I'll add some leftover chilled grilled vegetables. So I'll mix the butter the crispy lettuce with some like some steamed beets, some sliced up steamed beets, or a little bit of avocado, and if I have any leftover grilled asparagus, I'll slice that in. And then I have a little lemon juice and avocado oil, salt. And that's my dressing: avocado oil, lemon juice, and salt. Oh, it's really good. I always make yes, and sprouts too, and microgreens. I had some arugula microgreens that I threw in it for a little spice, and that was really, really delicious. I try to make big trays of roasted vegetables so that I have a lot left over, and then I can throw some of those in my salad. Suggestions for those who bloat eating vegetables: yes, stick to the squashes, the summer squashes and the winter squashes. So zucchini, yellow squashes, patty pan squashes. We're coming up on squash season. Those are the easiest to digest. I just literally lived on zucchini for years when I was healing my gut. I still love it. It is so easy to digest. You can stir fry it, steam it, roast it. Are beet juice and pomegranate juice good for cleansing? Um, Pomegranate juice can be a little bit sweet. The only thing about, let's see, what was the other one you mentioned? Throw those back to me again because I'm looking at these questions. And beet juice. So the only thing about beet juice is having, can you honey glaze salmon? Yes, absolutely. Actually, you know what? I will answer the question about beet juice, but who out there is in love with cocoa aminos? I absolutely love cocoa aminos. They are made from coconut. There's no soy in them and there's no sugar. There's nothing sweet about them. And they are, hello, Danae. Nice to see you here. I love your page, by the way. Um, there is there's it's my favorite condiment on my fish, on my chicken, on my turkey. Absolutely love it. Fabio, hey, no peas nor spinach. That's been a staple for us and our son. Well, the spinach is one thing, but and probably good to avoid peas. If I do peas, you probably would be able to enjoy peas as long as they're really well cooked. Yes. Is raw celery in chicken or tuna okay? Not if you have an inflammatory gut issue. Raw celery is really hard to digest. But if you, oh, Maribel, thank you for sharing the live. Do you love cocoa aminos? Vibrate daily. I love cocoa aminos. Um, Yes. So, I celery juice. Celery juice is fine. Yes, of course. Celery juice is fine. It's if you want to put something in your tuna or your salmon, you might do better with a cut up pickle. If you can handle a pickle that has, you want to get a naturally fermented pickle. That means no vinegar. And this is, of course, 30 or 60 days away from a flare. But pickles might be interesting instead of celery. What are cocoa aminos? Abstract Mind is a cocoa amino lover too. Rita, cocoa aminos are taste like teriyaki sauce, and they are made from coconut. You can find them in Trader Joe's. Um, you can find them in Whole Foods, of course. There it just and there's two or three different brands. They don't have anything in them except this sort of distilled form of coconut. It's so delicious and so sweet. I actually put it in my salad as well, and it sweetens up my salad. It has as kind of a sweet, really, it's sort of like a light teriyaki sauce. It's delicious. And since I discovered them, they're soy free, so it's better to use than soy sauce. And also coconut is alkaline, so it's just such an amazing condiment. Do I believe you see, you know, it, what I will say, Elliot, is Eliotisa. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. I will say that I have had clients who have managed their UC with diet. Everyone is different. I'm happy to talk to you more about it if you'd like to do a consult and really look at exactly what your history is. Excuse me, exactly what's happening, what's going on if you're on biologics now. Certainly not a question that I could, answer on a live call, but I have definitely had clients who have managed it with diet. It's amazing the amount of things that we can manage and heal with diet. There was a book written in the 50s or 60s, and I can't remember who wrote it, called Food is Medicine. Not, probably one of those early pioneer doctors who came up with that understanding just around the time when actual pharmaceuticals were really taking over. And he had this, who would have thought, revolutionary idea that we can heal with food. When I was healing 50 years ago, all the incredible supplements, even diagnostics that we have today, that my clients have at their disposal, I didn't have. All I had was food. So if I can heal with food, then that says a lot about what is possible with food, with juice, with just a few supplements. Is broccoli okay? Broccoli is, I will say, very tricky with anyone with an inflammatory gut issue. it's it's gassy and it's hard to digest. I would say if you are 30 to 60 days outside of a flare and you want to try a small amount of it and cook it well, never, um, definitely not anything but very well steamed, and possibly blended into a soup. I make actually a lot of vegetables into soups. Sometimes I'll just open a bag of frozen carrots or frozen peas, throw it in the skillet with some bone broth, and then I'll throw it in the blender. Um, Hello, Neela. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, um, s- hello, Jonathan. So I want to take this moment to remind everyone and to please ask everyone to follow me over here on YouTube as well as Instagram in case we lose this platform. I noticed that TikTok is already getting a little glitchy. We don't know what's going to happen to it. I don't want to lose you. I want to continue our conversations and continuing them as we speak live right on YouTube. But I would love if all of you can take a moment at the end of this call and follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and thank you, MK. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for my gift. Are oranges okay? They are pretty acidic, unlike lemon juice. Thank you, Abstract Mind. Thank you, thank you. Lemon oranges are pretty acidic. So if you have any condition of acid reflux, gastritis, ulcers, not an orange. Lemon juice, lemon squeeze of lemon in water or lime is different. That's alkaline. Someone earlier asked about acidity, and that's one of the things that uh, lemon water, squeeze of lemon in water is very alkaline. Pinot beans, also really hard to digest. Most of my clients with inflammatory gut issues, I suggest do not eat beans. Beverly had broccoli today. You need this food chat. Well, I'm glad we're having a food chat. Um, Having a bit of a challenge tuning in. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also live on YouTube. Maybe that will work better if it's a technical challenge. How is lemon with olive oil and cayenne? So, Abstract Mind is a fan of cayenne. I think, maybe that's Haley. Um, and and so for many people, even people with gut issues, they do okay on cayenne. I would say it's individual. You definitely don't want black pepper. So anybody out there that's listening to this, no black pepper if you have an inflammatory gut issue. But you might try a tiny bit of cayenne at some point. I do okay on cayenne, and I always did. So yes, if that works for you, user 1590, sure, that's totally fine. Beverly, your work hours, so you keep missing me. Maribel, that is such a good question. No, garlic and onion are inflammatory. And you also want to avoid bone broth that has garlic and onion in it. It's why I'm always talking about my favorite brand, which is butcher's broth. I love butcher's broth because it doesn't have garlic and onion. Um, when you heal, because I have lots of clients who've healed and they no longer have flares, they can manage small amounts of garlic or onion occasionally. So, we're not talking forever. We're just talking until you are flare free and pain free. I'm in Santa Barbara, California, and I have a beautiful clinic here, which I love to see people in person, love to see my TikTok audience here. Um, Nancy, is a heating pad and peppermint aromatherapy? Oh, absolutely. And also, Nancy, do you do castor oil packs? I'm a huge fan of castor oil packs. I talk a lot about them on this page. On Instagram, I actually just posted a story tonight of my friend, the holistic beauty coach, dancing around her house with a castor oil pack on. Actually, one of my favorite castor oil packs from Queen of the Thrones. mm, mm. Beverly, nice to see you. You log in. So nice to see you. Rose, thank you, thank you. Anna, nice to see you. Joe, do you love your castor oil pack? Do you have it on now? Oh, I love that. That's so great. I love castor oil packs. I started doing them 40 years ago, and I did them for my kids. Actually, castor oil packs and castor oil works so fast on babies and kids. They'll have a bowel movement in 10 minutes. What do I recommend? I'm happy to, that's something that I would answer in a direct message or in a consult, Anna. So you're welcome to direct message me. We can also set up a consult for that. Good evening. Good evening, Yarder from Michigan. Does kefir help with IBS? If it is from a goat and not a cow. The reason that goat milk, goat yogurt, and goat kefir is so much better for us than anything that comes from a cow is that cows grow up to be 2,500 pounds, not something any of us aspire to. So goats are, when they grow up to be adults, they're about our size, which means that their milk is made to grow someone up to be about our size, and it's balanced in such a way that it makes it really digestible, even for people that don't do well on cow products. So I always suggest people who have an inflammatory gut issue to stick with goat products. And if you want to mix something in it to make it taste good, you can mix in a little applesauce, ripe banana slices, frozen mangoes, anything like that you can mix in because fruit and yogurt's actually a good combination. Otherwise, you want to eat fruit all by itself. Jesse, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my page here on TikTok. So wonderful to see all of you. If any of you are new, I'm Julia Loggins. I just dropped a video this afternoon just describing me and my history a little bit so you get to know me a little bit better. And please subscribe to me on YouTube and Instagram so we can always find each other. Coffee. If you are 30, if you are at least 60 days outside of a flare, coffee, as long as it's low acid like Pangea or Fabula, aloe vera juice is excellent. Absolutely. Jonathan Kitchen, ah, kitchens don't kitchens don't stalk you. I love that. Thank you from my heart. You're welcome, Art Tapico. So, one of my favorite coffees that's low acid is from our friends Pangea. That's P as in pepper, Angea. They are right here on TikTok. You can look up Pangea Coffee Company, and they make an excellent low acid coffee. Also, another low acid coffee that you find on Amazon is called Fabula. Those are low acid coffees. It's really important if you want to drink coffee, which is, after all, with food in your stomach, not on an empty stomach, um, then it's really important that it is a low acid version. It's not the caffeine that's the issue in coffee, it's the acidity. So it's real important to go for something low acid. Mushroom coffee is also an excellent choice. Mm. Uh, George, welcome. Christina, how would you slowly start to introduce regular food? Um, direct message me on that, and I will send you my diverticulitis diet digital download because it has a step by step on how you do that. The I would say the first place to start would be with a baked sweet potato that has been baked, cooled, and reheated. Because if you bake it, cool it, and reheat it, it cuts the sugar and carbs in half. It's a fantastic, easy to digest fiber, no skin. Oatmeal is not that nutritious, and it is constipating. So it's not something I recommend a lot, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If you love your oatmeal, just cook it well. Can a blood type O have coffee? Um, Honestly, if you've switched to matcha and green tea, stay there. It's the best thing that you can do for your gut. Even low acid coffee has some acid. So if you've already made the switch to matcha and green tea, stick with it. That's what I'm doing. This is my green tea. Um, It's green tea, organic peppermint green tea. Ah, Nancy, thank you so much. Hello, Miss Vanji. Oh, you're so welcome. No, no popcorn. Popcorn has put more of my clients in the hospital than any other single food. I have one client who went to the hospital 3 times over popcorn before he gave it up. So the answer is no. Christina, you didn't know about the sweet potatoes. You have a gluten allergy. Yes. By the way, nobody needs to eat grains, especially if you're blood type O. After all, when our ancestors were evolving, there was no farming going on. They were hunter gatherers. They were eating animal protein, eggs, fruits, greens. There was no grain. Farming did not come along for a long time. So grains are not integral to a diet. Sweet potatoes are a fantastic source of fiber. I'm going to do a post. I just didn't have time today because I was so busy in the clinic. I'm going to do another post about fiber because as any of you know who follow me, I have a very different point of view about the high fiber craze because it really causes so many inflammatory gut issues, and especially fibers like popcorn, um, brown rice. If you want to eat grain and you're eating rice, it has to be white rice, not brown rice. There is no need for a high fiber diet to heal your gut. Cooked vegetables and just whole foods will do it. We are not cows. We don't have 7 stomachs. We don't need pounds and pounds of roughage moving through our gut. Hello, Flare Care, IBD. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do in the world of gut health. Papaya is okay. Absolutely. You love your matcha. Everything I said stop, you stopped. Oh, I'm glad, and I'm glad you're here. Kimmy, what foods cause chronic constipation for blood type A? Great question. Certainly, white flour. Wheat is number one. As far as constipation, wheat wheat is constipating for so many reasons. Soy is constipating, processed food, fried food, anything that's not a whole food, and sometimes too much raw food. If your gut is healed and you're eating salads, too much raw food can be really constipating. Also, eating proteins and carbohydrates together because they don't digest together, that can be constipating. So, Flare Care, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is my goal, which is to spread awareness about gut health, but also to spread the message that it is possible to heal. I feel like that's the most important thing because those of us who have had or been diagnosed with an inflammatory gut condition are often told that these conditions are quote unquote incurable. And as you may have heard me say, and you all know that I was in the hospital the first 20 years with a bleeding gut. And when I had a colonoscopy last March, the doctor who performed it said that um, she couldn't believe I had ever had a gut issue. My gut was totally healed, no scar tissue, no pockets. So I love sharing that story. It was worth getting the colonoscopy to share that story. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate that. Thanks for my time check. Your app finally launched this week on Apple. Oh, congratulations. Would you direct message that to me? Would you please direct message that to me? I'd love to. I won't remember it, but if you direct message me, I'd love to have that. Hello, you're an AB blood type. A lot of inflammation. So you're an AB blood. I love talking about blood type, one of my favorite subjects. So blood type AB, I'm sorry I missed your name, but I will catch it when you send me another question. Your blood type is the most prone to inflammation. So the food for you to avoid besides wheat, sugar, Davy. So the foods for you to avoid besides wheat, soy, sugar, processed foods is chicken. Chicken is inflammatory for blood type B and AB. So that is one food for you to avoid. But the top of the list, wheat. And then dairy products, except for goat products, sugar, blood type A, Christina. So, blood type A, you evolved from our first farmers. Blood type A's usually love their carbohydrates. So, the most important thing for blood type A, make sure you're gluten free. And then blood type A has also deals with the most low acid condition in your stomach. So a digestive enzyme at the end of your protein meals really important. Um, Having a low acid condition in the stomach means you're more prone to bugs, bacteria, parasites, H. pylori, the things that get through. Blood type O, Hilda. I just posted about blood type O, so you will find that right here on my page. Blood type O, we are I'm a blood type O. We come from hunter gatherers. We need more protein than any other blood type. So, really important to get that digestive enzyme at the end of your protein meals because otherwise you may avoid eating protein. Digestive enzymes always after food. You never want to take hydrochloric acid on an empty stomach. I should do a post. I'm going to write that down. I will do a post just about that. When to take digestive enzymes. Um, mostly because they are often people have are often told by their naturopath or nutritionist to take a digestive enzyme before food. You don't ever want to take hydrochloric acid on an empty stomach because that can cause acid reflux. You want to take it in the middle or at the end of your meal. I always take it at the end of a meal. Yeah. And that's important because we need hydrochloric acid to break down protein and also to eliminate the bugs, bacteria, and parasites that can get through into our gut. And that low acid condition that most people that I work with have, anyone with inflammatory gut issues is so likely to have a low acid condition in their stomach. And then that also makes that person susceptible to things like H. pylori, bugs, bacteria, and parasites. If our great grandparents had as little hydrochloric acid in their stomach as most of us have, we wouldn't be here. I did post something on digestive enzymes. I and thank you. I probably did, but I'll repost again exactly when to take them. Is it okay to take it every day with every protein meal? Yes, definitely. You're always bloated, Capri. So that I would suggest that you talk to your doctor and get tested for something called SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Being bloated all the time, no matter what you eat, is one of the symptoms. So you can ask your GI doctor or your regular doctor, and that is a breath test to test you. And you're welcome to direct message me. I'm happy to talk to you more about that. Mm. If there's anybody out there who has had SIBO or is dealing with it, you're welcome to chime in. SIBO is not new, but it is newly understood, I would say, and there's more of it. Why is there more SIBO? Because people have less hydrochloric acid than ever. And that is because of stress. We're dealing with more stress. I know that it seems like our great grandparents who were, often dealing in horrific conditions. It's hard to imagine that we have more stress than they did, but we have a kind of 24/7 stress that human beings have never dealt with before, and our nervous systems weren't designed for it. Neither were our bodies or our stomachs. So it shows up right in our gut that we are dealing with stress all the time. And we just don't get a break. I teach a lot about stress reduction techniques. You're in, is that Canada or the UK, Anne? How can you treat it? Your doctor may give you antibiotics, and sometimes that works. There's a lot of treatments for SIBO. I'm happy to talk to you about them. If you have any questions, just direct message me. Oh, you're in Canada. Nice to have our Canadian friends here. Glad that you're with us tonight, Anne. Joy, oh, you're watching from the Philippines. Oh, fantastic. What time is it there? I know that we often get a lot of followers on from England, and it's really late in Europe right now. Would I recommend white rice for people with a gluten allergy? Um, yes, I would recommend white rice. White rice is white rice is gluten free. How often do I eat? I am an intermittent faster, so my last meal of the day is dinner. I'll often have a protein shake before bed, and then in the morning, I have 8 ounces of wheatgrass, followed by a protein shake, maybe around 11. And when I say a shake, it's just protein powder and water with my supplements. And then my first meal of the day is around noon. So I have two solid meals a day, but I have probably 3 protein drinks and bone broth. So I get 150 grams of protein every day. About half of that is solid food, half of that is liquid. Angels, protein powder. Protein powder. No, you don't need to take a digestive enzyme with a protein shake. What protein powder do you like? I couldn't find one on the market that I liked that did not have sugar or gluten free. Excuse me, or gluten or stevia or something. So I created them. So the ones I like are mine. They're gluten, sugar, and dairy free. You'll find them on my website. Um, and you'll find them on my website, which is cleansingforenergy.com. Hello, Jarvis. Nice to see you. Hello, user 15. Abby, you can direct message me, and I'm happy to answer that. Um, Happy to answer you. Pickle Duster, nice to see you. Nice to have you here. I'm so excited to have everybody here for our live today. And I want to mention again to please follow me on Instagram and YouTube, just in case we lose this amazing platform. I will be here forever if we get to be here forever. But I feel like it's really important for all of us to be able to stay together, and that means subscribing to my Instagram and YouTube, and you'll always find me in those places as well. Um, you can find signing off by Anna for coffee. There is a PDF on my website for how to do a coffee enema. You'll find it on my website. Lauren, you're falling short of 150. Um, even if you can get to 120, um, that's really that's a big plus. I'm sure there were plenty of times in my life where I barely even hit 50, especially because I don't think I was absorbing anything because I hadn't discovered digestive enzymes. If you can get to 120, you're doing really good. For me, as a blood type O, I've really felt much better on 150. Plant life, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. The enzyme energy. Wow, that's amazing. Plant life, would you share your story with me in a direct message or a review? Just because I feel like that's such an important point that digestive enzymes helped heal your acid reflux. I think it's something that is so important for people to understand. I know it's so awesome. So I have seen you on here before. I would love if you would be willing to share that. You're under 120, so maybe just another, like if you have my protein power, Lauren, all you need is another, drink of that, and you're going to go boom, 30 more grams up. Or another bone broth, something like that. Hey, Liz, nice to see you. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you had a good week. Um, and I am live on YouTube as we speak. I've been encouraging everybody here today to subscribe to my YouTube page and Instagram in case we ever lose this amazing platform. So Plant Life 513. Plant Life 513. Um, Uh, Thank you so much, Plant Life. I love that that's worked for you. I'm thrilled to hear that. You're doing okay. On Hi on YouTube. I know. It's I have a wonderful young technical friend who helped me figure out how to do that because I am not that technical. Just to be able to get my first TikTok post launched took heroic effort. So I think it's good though, definitely keeping my brain young to be able to do new technical things. Lisa, welcome. Nice to have you. So, Liz, thank you. I think it's just so important to try to keep up on diversifying my platforms. It's honestly, if I really knew and trusted that TikTok would be here forever, this is my preferred. I just love TikTok. Everything about this platform, the people that I have met, the friendships I've made, all of you. Um, I mean, a community that I can't even have imagined finding, and some friends and colleagues that have taught me so, so much, some people that are so amazing. So I will always be here. But it's just important that I'm also over here on YouTube as well. Oh, Nancy, thank you for my gift badge. Gail, welcome, welcome. We are talking about gut health here. We're talking about how to heal inflammation. Applesauce. Applesauce is a great, it's super healing. And it's also wonderful to mix with goat kefir and with goat yogurt. Are cherries okay? Cherries, cherries, the skin of a cherry is just going to be too hard to digest, Maribel, if you have any inflammatory gut issue. So, um, so that's my thoughts on cherries. Thoughts on sauerkraut. Um, Sauerkraut, if it is naturally fermented, that means without vinegar, because you don't want you want something that's called a traditionally or naturally fermented. That means without vinegar. Um, and if you have an inflammatory gut condition, you might want to just drink the juice and not eat the fiber of sauerkraut. But if you're healing your gut and you've been flare free for a while, then you can try a naturally fermented sauerkraut. My favorite brand is Wild Brine. They make wonderful naturally fermented sauerkraut. I also like Cleveland Kitchen. Those are my two favorite brands. Um, and yes, fermented vegetables are much easier to digest as far as anything else. Vinegar is inflammatory. And it also can trigger a yeast overgrowth or a histamine condition. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. So I would say flare free for at least 60 days. Flares don't heal overnight. I have clients that have had, they had a flare a week ago and they're wondering if in a week is their flare healed. Oh, sorry about that sound. They're wondering if in a week their flare is healed, but it takes some time. So think of a flare as an internal burn, and that tender tissue takes some time to heal. And how about ACV? We've been talking about vinegar, apple cider vinegar. My experience, Liz, what's your experience of apple cider vinegar? My community, I personally don't do well on it. It triggers yeast infections, often bloating, can trigger histamine reactions. Um, but I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that do okay on apple cider vinegar because it's one of those quote unquote popular health foods. That's why I think it's really important for someone to talk about the fact that it doesn't work for everyone. Yeah, I have never done well with it. Way back in the day when it was really getting popular, I just thought I was the only one who didn't do well on it. And then I discovered that my clients didn't do well on it and that it was important for me to talk about that because otherwise people will just keep trying it and trying it and trying it, even if they're not doing well on it, thinking, well, it's so healthy, I should just keep trying it. So if you don't do well on it, don't do it. There's many other things you can do instead that are going to be much better for your body. So it's as I said, there are people who do well on it, generally not my community. Um, Liz, you have become, yeah, it's overrated, not one size fits all. You used ACV to lose weight. Now you have a tooth sensitivity. Uh, yeah, I get that. Aloe vera juice, love aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice, aloe vera gel, so soothing for the gut. You can you can make it right out of an aloe, like a leaf, an aloe fillet, or you can buy it, which is what I do. I like Lakewood brand. I like Lily of the Desert. It's really soothing for the gut. It's great for the stomach. Gelatin. That's a really good question. Some people do okay on finding a pure form. Definitely not Jello. It's not something I use. Have I heard about spore biotics? Yes. Um, how are you doing on those? I'd be curious. Aloe and fennel, excellent generally. I'll come back to spore biotics in 1 second. Is it good to eat egg and rice? A week after flare should be fine. White rice, of course. Yes, white rice. Um, Spore biotics. The thing about spore biotics is depending on what is going on with your gut. Spore biotics work for some people. They don't work for everyone. It's another one of those not one size fits all. Spore biotics have, they were super popular for a while. They became really trendy. Some practitioners still love them. I'd say it's not a one size fits all. If it causes bloat, if it's triggering any of your symptoms, then be aware of that. Allie, you fell into an extreme depression. Oh, and it's helping. Okay. Um, then I'm thrilled to hear that. And it's working for you. And I'm so sorry about your depression after the colectomy. And I'm glad that it's helping you. She did the whole biome test. Great. Then it means that she chose something that's very specifically filling in the places that you need filled in. And sounds like she knows exactly what she's doing. And I'm glad you have a good person to work with. Allie Valley, thank you so much for my rose. Hello, Julie, upcycled. We have 10 more minutes, and I love slippery elm, Lulu. Slippery elm is one of the ingredients in my Happy Gut Cleanse, and in my Happy Gut Soothe, a product I created for acid reflux and gastritis. I love slippery elm. It's gentle and wonderful. Why? Well, I could see why red grapes might cause diarrhea because the skin would be inflammatory. And I could imagine that could trigger a problem. Oh, thank you so much, GenWorks Rottweilers. Um, Lulu, direct message me and we'll talk about that. I would say making sure generally supplements are recommended for kids over 14. Other than that, direct message me and we'll talk about that. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I've helped you. Did you have something specific that this page has helped you with? I'd love to hear your story. Welcome to. I'd love to if you feel like sharing it here, or if you feel like writing it to me. I'd love that. You noticed cherry juice. Yes, cherry juice actually. Cherry juice is a lot of people get diarrhea from cherry juice. That's not unfamiliar, even people that don't have gut issues. So, so cherry juice can definitely create that. You love my mug. Thank you. I love my mug too. My son gave it to me and for my birthday last year. I'm a Pisces, and it's funny, I just wrote him a text the other day about how much I love my mug. You took it for sleep. Oh, that's funny. And you were confused. Oh, I love that. Usually the kinds of things that are recommended for sleep are valerian root tea. I have a sweet son. I do. He knows me well. Um, he's actually right here on TikTok and on Instagram, Luke Loggins Body Mind. Check his workout. He does amazing breathwork sessions. I've shared some of his breathwork here. He teaches yoga, also does colon hydrotherapy in my clinic. Um, so what's often recommended for sleep is magnesium glycinate, valerian root tea, also excellent ashwagandha, all wonderful things for sleep and anxiety. I don't know if you've ever tried those. Does anybody else? Sheena, you're new. Um, um, Sheena, there are so many. I'm so sorry about your fistula. And there, oh, bye, Liz. Big hugs to you. Wonderful to see you as well. Thank you for dropping in. And just big love to you. Please keep me posted on everything that's happening to you. Big hugs. Sheena, there are so many posts on my page about diverticulitis. So drop in and check them out. Right at the top of my page are posts about what to eat, what to avoid. As far as diverticulitis, you want to avoid raw food, corn, kale, whole nuts and seeds, wheat. You want to cook your food, and you want to make sure that when you're eating protein, you're taking a digestive enzyme at the end. Allie, thank you. My page is very much dedicated to healing inflammatory gut issues. Oh, yes, chewing 30 times. Do you know? I remember us being told that when we were kids. And so many of us, including me, move so fast that we forget to do that. And then the other thing is, don't drink liquids when you're eating food. Um, this is all the time. Uh, Changed your life just chewing more. I love that. Chewing more and then not drinking liquids with your meals because it just dilutes those precious digestive enzymes. Let's see, we've got 6 more minutes, and this has been great. Hello, Rana, Vena, nice to have you. Yes, Sheena, look at my page, and then you're welcome to direct message me. I also do consults. You can sign up at the link at the top of my page, and follow me on Instagram and YouTube. I'm on live on YouTube right now as we speak. But welcome to my page, and I'm so glad that you found me and this amazing community, because this is an amazing community, and we're here for you for the long haul. I will be here at TikTok until the lights go out, which hopefully they will not. I'm also on Instagram and YouTube. Um, Will it help? What it will do is help your colon work better and help your body detox and reduce inflammation. And that definitely can inspire and encourage weight loss. How long after eating can you drink? Great question, Rose. So, I love having like a late night cup of tea, so I'll wait a good hour. I mean, I'll drink, an ounce or two of water with my meals to get my digestive enzymes down. And then before I'm drinking like a mug of tea like this, I'll wait at least an hour. If you're talking about Brazil nuts, no whole nuts or seeds, no popcorn, no whole nuts and seeds of any kind. They are really hard to digest and they're constipating. So, but more than that, they really get stuck in those little pockets. So, nut butter, like almond butter, any kind of creamy nut butter is going to work much better than a whole nut or seed. Hello, Drummond. Hello, Katie. Oh, thank you for my hearts. Um, no, I not any kind of seed, not any kind of seed. Nope. They may be good for type O, the seeds and walnuts, but they are indigestible. So after all, Beverly, when our ancestors were roaming the earth, they did not have the gut issues that we do. So you can have pumpkin seed butter or walnut butter, but having whole nuts and seeds, if you have an inflammatory gut issue, not a good idea. But pumpkin seed butter, I've seen it, walnut butter, almond butter, peanut butter can be acidic, but if you're eating, if you love your sunflower seed butter is also an excellent. Flax seeds and chia are not a no. I forget. I have to add that to my list. Um, Flax and chia are a no for inflammatory gut issues. It doesn't matter if they're ground. It doesn't matter if they're blended. They're going to be a problem. So no flax, no chia. They swell and they become a problem inside the gut. If you watch what happens to your flax and chia seeds when you add water in a glass, your gut can't handle that very well. Katie, thank you for liking my live. 2 more minutes, and then I will be dashing off to feed my puppies, and I will see you all next Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You have that every morning in your yogurt. So um, it's one of those trendy foods that just really doesn't work. That along with the whole high fiber thing. Yeah, you're so welcome. Oh, TikTok Nancy, thank you for being here. Montana Grandma, thank you for being here. Everybody, Lauren, Rose, Maribel, um, Nancy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, Timothil, the post that I have here, have a great night. The post I have here on Sheena, direct message me. Okay, direct message me. I'll answer that question. The post that I have, yeah, the post that I have here, Sheena, direct message me. Yeah, the post that I have here on diverticulitis will give you a lot of information on Crohn's. Okay, everybody, sending you tons of love. Take really good care of yourselves this week. Step away from the news when you need to. It's kind of crazy out there. And if you are a sensitive person, an empathetic person, stress is going to go to your gut. Okay. So take really good care of yourselves. Brad, oh, nice to see you. I'm just signing off, but I'm so happy I got to see you. Thank you to everybody. Big love, and I'll see you next week.